This is the final episode. So the question is, or topic is, do we really want change or do we just say it?
I feel like there are times when we do want change and then we just say it. We just don't do it. Because it's easier said than done, right?
Yeah. It's like you say something, but then you realize later on, like, oh, it takes a while to do this, or like you need certain money or action, and then you get discouraged. So a lot of people are all like I'm gonna do this, but then they lose their motivation halfway and they just give up. So
I feel like we're still in that stage.
Yeah.
Or do you think that you're actually doing what you say most of the time?
Good.
All the time?
Teach us.
Tell me.
Like how
You can
to-
ask the camera guy.
Yeah, how to deliver.
Yes.
Is he perfect?
Not perfect, but yeah.
So meaning.
No, like I said in the previous episodes, like I value time.
Yeah.
I'm running out of it every single day. It's like money.
Yeah.
Currency you cannot buy back, and it will keep spending itself whether you like it or not. So it's like you're loaned an amount of money. Count the seconds as $1 each, 24 hours, and you use 8 hours to sleep. So the rest is for what? What are you actually going for? So on my end, it's just I want to leave an impact.
Yeah.
When that time comes, I want to make sure that I left that impact. And whether it be with kinetic outcome, include my music in it, and for financial literacy as well. I'm here, I'm a walking mind that you can pick, and I'll just give you the information I've been learning. But I'm progressively learning and I'm not stopping. Anytime I have a alone time, I'm always on headphones listening to something. So always on Audible, if not, then always on books. If not on books, learning our products. If not learning our products, I'm back to rap. If not rap, then maybe I have another idea. Or if not any of those, then kinetic outcome, hey, let's schedule another shoot. We got 100 videos to film, right? So I always make sure the ideas are popping out, because that's authentically me. Rather than I just gotta follow this and make money. I find that boring, because creativity that's created by you especially gives you this feeling of success, right? Success is not just money, but money can multiply that success if you have a target. But if the aim is just money, then that's very shallow, I feel. So the money can help in so much ways. There's so much you can do.
Yeah. We all have like the same amount of hours in a day, but like you said, it's up to you to kind of like make the most out of it, because like time is money.
I just want to be an example, but I might not be there yet, but it's in my head. Like, I'll say it now. I want to be the first Filipino director in Hong Kong that's ever made it in this industry. And every position I achieve in this brand has never been achieved by any Filipino ever before. Just because I want to do it for the Filipinos too. Like, hey, it happened. Okay, I look after that guy. If I can do it, you can do it. And also, I learned about how YouTube works as well, because I have a friend who's an expert in the marketing side of it. Yes, you do buy the views, but it's not fake views. You need to invest in your image, in the branding, to get the views you want. So I am actually capable of reaching 10 million views, but you need the amount of money to reach there, right? And then I can invest in some restaurants in the future, some bars and shisha lounges, or other types of business. There's so many things you can just expand to that will also push to your success in certain areas. Like if I'm very famous in rap, I've experienced this already. Some people meet me because I was a fan of your rap since I was in high school, but hey, you do financial advice, can you give me some advice about this and that? So why not be famous in rap? Not because of my ego stroke, but people just want to get advice from me as well because they're a big fan of my music. Or I open my first restaurant, a lot of people come because they respect me through rap and financial advice, right? And why can I not expand that worldwide? Because literally people from US or Philippines can fly to Hong Kong and still buy policies from me here. There's so many ways, right? And that's what excites me, because you're crafting your life and you have ideas and you're pushing ways to make it happen, and you're consistently experimenting rather than I'm just doing a full-time job and I'm just paying bills, right? And I don't want to just get married because I have to get married and have a kid. I want to make sure that child understands how much power that child has as well. So I do not want that child to just work as well and just work, get married, do the same thing, right?
So you have
there's
to
so
try.
much to
Yeah.
do, and I'm already 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. 40 years later, I'm 70. What can I do
With 40 years.
within these 40 years? I don't know. But I won't figure it out if I do not aim for my ideas more than just following. Authenticity.
True.
So take out all the money in the world and all these systems in place. Who are you? What would you love to do daily without money? If money was not required. You will still, for me, it's continuously creating things and music. Yeah.
Do you ever like have moments of doubt? Because it seems like you're already so set on, like you're so confident to just keep
Doubts
keep
will
going.
creep in, but
Yeah.
I've been reading a lot of books.
Yeah. Yeah.
So fear and hope demand one thing, faith. If you have faith in fear, you have faith in a potential breakup because you're always broken up with your last relationships, but history just repeats itself. If you have faith in things working out for you and you're blessed, you're very beautiful as a woman. Whenever I step in the room, I'm the most beautiful one. Like, people can feel that, and you will be really attractive. But if you feel that you're not the most attractive woman or man, people won't really see you as that way because they can feel it. Right? So how you perceive yourself is what you get. Your life, your inner world is 95%. Outside is just 5. Your inner world is a reflection of your reality, a reflection of your wealth, health, and relationships. So if you have all 3, great. You don't have 1, it's fine. You don't have 2, not good. You don't have 3, you're fucked. So you have to balance those 3. But it starts within, because everything you see here was once by thought, as I mentioned before. So it's your inner world that matters. If you perceive yourself as high value and rich in personality, friendships, relationship, like whoever is, if you're still single, she's married, yeah, then that's what you're gonna get. And also, like, I'm going to be very wealthy and I'm going to have a lot of assets. I already can see my future. You picture, let's say you both want to be this very influential woman in the future. And you want to own a lot of businesses and women leaders, right? Then you start crafting it in your head. You picture yourself 10 years later. Maybe you're picturing yourself on a big stage giving that speech to a lot of women, and you're giving yourself another thought of owning multiple businesses and picturing yourself talking to the organization. If you really want it, all you gotta do is think about it every night and day for at least 10 minutes. Close your eyes and picture it in your head that you're already there, because it's already there. There's no past, there's no future, there's only now, right? You drag that 10-year version later of you here now and start being it already so you can attract it. Simple, but complex because people believe too much on what they see.
True.
Yeah.
Majority should be like you then, the way they think.
Yeah.
No, because
I get this all from collective consciousness. I'm just reading books,
yeah,
right?
I mean, it's easier for you to say because you do it in yourself.
Yeah.
But for other people, the motivation is not there because it's hard for them, or like for us sometimes, because the topic is like, do we just say it, or do we want change, or do we just say it? For you, you're very motivated with your goal. For other people, they don't even know their goal. They don't even
They're
know.
like still figuring it out.
Yeah, they're still figuring it out because it's not that easy. Because I'm glad, I'm happy that you have one thing in mind already, but it's so hard to let another person feel the same way because they don't know it themselves. And of course, you have to do a lot of things to know it, right? But then it's easier said than done.
But I guess like what he's also saying is that like he has gotten this through the years through like accessing all these like information, like books. Like it sounds like what you're saying, the law of attraction, like this, the secret, right?
I just
something
seek
like that.
to become better.
Of course. Yeah.
Because when you upgrade yourself, you attract those people in your life. Because I want quality people in my life.
Yeah.
There's a term called OQP, right? Only quality people. And I mentioned earlier as well about your top 5 people you hang out with,
Yeah,
or just
yeah.
the people you're around with is what you become.
Yeah.
It's very important.
And we can see through it because of what you're sharing, right?
Yeah.
So imagine us. We might not have the exact goal that we might want for now. And if we do start talking to people who have like a different mindset of bettering themselves, we might find it, right? So best to broaden like our
Exposing
community.
ourselves.
Well,
Yeah.
here's a tip besides the fact that now you know how powerful you are and you don't really have the privilege of time because it will keep running out or time might run out later or tomorrow.
Yeah.
I live by the fact that there may be, no, actually not maybe, like there's a gun on my head. And if I don't get shit together, I die. Right? People don't value it as much. People say they want to do something, but they get distracted, right? And I still have time. You don't. You really don't. So if it's that important and you throw a person out in the street and tell them get a job within 1 week because I got your daughter and your spouse gunpoint and within 1 week they're dead, you're gonna find a job.
Yeah.
So live that way.
Yeah. Like really want
Because I
it.
know if I don't get my shit straight, I'm not gonna get the best out of this life. It's my one opportunity. I'm not gonna be able to give the best to my future daughter. I'm not gonna be able to give the best to my future wife. I wanna give the best. Nothing less.
Yeah.
And you can also donate to organizations or donate to, well, of course I'm Christian, right? Donate to churches so they can keep running, or donate to whichever I can just provide the value for. But I need to, in a way, still selfishly build myself first to have an overflowing cup so I can give the overflow to
Excess,
others.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to die that where it's like it's the ordinary person that just died, didn't do anything much. Like you want to leave something. Not about like for recognition. It's just you were authentically you and you influence people.
I feel like nowadays a lot of people, I mean not nowadays, I feel like a lot of people think about their happiness more. That's why they don't tend to focus on what is important right in front of them. They tend to think like, it's okay, you still have time, you could chill for a moment, and they don't think
They don't want to feel the pressure.
But no pressure, no growth, right?
Yeah,
That's
true.
why they say
That's
a little bit of chaos and being organized is better than too calm,
Yeah.
right? So same thing, you put a person in the street for 1 week, tell them find your passion and start providing value to the rest around you, or you die and your head explodes within a week. So they'll do it, but they don't live by that rule. I do. The exploding thing or the gunshot thing is the metaphor to you might die anytime.
Yep. Yep. So they're
Anytime. So why? Why are you still not doing what you want?
Exactly.
And I have friends like that. Probably whoever's watching this video in the future, which is in the present now when you're watching. Yeah, I have friends that I'm honestly disappointed in because they got a lot in them, but they're still too scared to do what they gotta do, even though they already know what they want.
It's like there's so much potential that's wasted.
They're just letting life pass by, and then
Yeah.
they keep going out, drinking beer, hanging out, just drinking, hanging out with friends. But they know what they want. They're not taking action.
Are you
There's
sure
a lot
they
of
know
those.
what they want?
There's a lot of those. I have friends that are like that, and the best I can do is just show them that I can do it. Maybe one day something will switch on. Like Edry, the camera guy
Be an example.
behind the camera.
Yeah.
He's pumped now, but 5 years ago, not really.
Yeah.
But I just kept going and I kept kicking his ass. And he's like, one day, he's like, oh, I want to get my shit together. So just be the one doing it. That's it. Maybe one day others will get influenced.
Be an example.
Yeah.
True.
Or just start whatever it is. Yeah.
Have that idea, execute it. If it doesn't
Yeah.
work, get another.
And to conclude before we
Thank you.
close,
Yeah.
the most psychotic thing is like, this is a game, like I said, right? This life is a game.
Yep.
Everything we see was once by thought. So if everybody plays PlayStation and keeps losing to the final boss to get to the next stage, they can lose 100, 200 times and still keep playing. But why don't they do it in real life?
True.
Or if you play Grand Theft Auto, you can play it, right? And it has different outcomes to the ending depending on the choices you make in the game. Different outcomes, right? Different restarts. But there's no restart button in our life. So why don't we value our life more?
What did they say? You only live once. I feel like they use that a lot because they don't want to deal with
YOLO has two meanings.
your meaning.
The usual meaning is you only live once, so do everything now, spend it all.
Yeah.
You only live once, so
Make the most out of your life.
do the best you can.
Yeah.
Yeah? Anything else?
No.
Or all good?
Yeah.
Cool. That was amazing. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Kinetic Outcome and Mars.
What na? Kita kits!
Our aim is to provide value, so if you like what you watched, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'm also a financial advisor based in Hong Kong, so feel free to check the description box for my details and email or DM. And if ever you need video and photography services, the phenomenal videos you're watching right now are filmed by 𝙁Mendoza. Lastly, if you love hip-hop music, rap, R&B, singing, whichever that sounds amazing to your ears, because I always do a lot of experiments with it, feel free to drop by my channel at 𝙂𝒑𝒐𝙣𝒈 or Saint Crossfade. Appreciate you for being part of this episode and more to come. Till next time.